Let's play a slightly uncomfortable game. We're going to rank the top 10 most indebted countries by how long it would take them to pay it all back. What if countries stopped spending completely today and used every cent of income just to repay their debt? No salaries, no healthcare, no government at all, just debt. How long would it take? 10 years? 50? For some countries, it would take longer than an entire lifetime. And here's the twist. The United States is not number one, not even close. So who's worse? Let's count down from 10 to 1 and see which countries are quietly sitting on a financial time bomb. Quick ground rules. We take each country's total government debt and divide it by how much the government earns in a year. That gives us a simple number, years to repay. But here's the catch. To make this work, the country must spend nothing. No pensions, no schools, no roads, which of course would cause immediate chaos. But it does show one thing very clearly, how deep the hole actually is. Starting with number 10, Canada. Time to repay, roughly 60 years. So if Canada started today, they might just finish before your retirement plan does. Polite, predictable, very on brand. Fun fact, Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined, which is great because they might need somewhere to quietly drown this debt. Number 9, United Kingdom. Time to repay, around 65 years. So basically, one long, polite queue that never quite ends. So if they started today, they'd finish sometime after the next royal drama. And here's the irony. The UK has been managing debt for centuries. At this point, it's less of a problem, more of a tradition. Number 8, France. Around 70 years. 3 generations working, just to clear yesterday's spending. Now, France is known for many things, and let's be honest, if the government stopped spending in France, the protests would begin before this sentence ends. Number 7, Spain. About 75 years. Which is impressive, considering they also manage daily siestas. Imagine pausing an 80-year repayment plan for a nap. Respect, honestly. Fun fact, Spain has one of the highest youth unemployment rates in Europe, so fewer people paying in while the debt patiently waits. Number 6, India. Time to repay, around 80 years. A rapidly growing economy, but still carrying decades of obligations behind it. Interesting twist. India is becoming a global tech powerhouse, which means they're sprinting forward while dragging a very large financial backpack. Number 5, Italy. Close to 95 years, nearly a full century. And here's the twist. Italy has one of the oldest populations in the world, so fewer workers, more retirees, and a very long bill. It's like ordering dessert and realizing you forgot your wallet. Number 4, United States. Time to repay, around 100 years. Yes, 100. And this is the largest economy on Earth. Here's the twist. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency, which means they can keep borrowing far longer than anyone else would get away with. Convenient system, really. Number 3, Greece. Time to repay, about 120 years. Now this one, people expected to be number 1, and they're close. Greece already had a full-blown debt crisis not long ago, so this isn't theoretical. They've tested the edge and stepped slightly over it. Number 2, China. Time to repay, roughly 130 years, which is impressive because that's longer than most dynasties lasted. Now, officially, this is the number. Unofficially, there's quite a bit of debt sitting in local governments, quietly pretending not to exist. So the real figure? Let's just say it's doing its best to stay out of the spotlight. Fun fact, China builds entire cities in record time, entire skylines, roads, infrastructure. The only small issue is some of those cities don't have people in them, but they do have debt. Plenty of that. Number 1, Japan. Time to repay, over 180 years, which means if they started today, they'd finish somewhere around the year 2200, so do mark your calendar. Now here's the comforting part. Most of Japan's debt is owned by Japanese citizens, so technically, they owe the money to themselves, which sounds like a solution until you realize that still doesn't make it disappear. It just means everyone is politely agreeing to keep the problem going. And to be fair, Japan has mastered the art of stability, low interest rates, controlled systems, and a debt level that would make most countries have a mild panic attack. But Japan carries on, calmly, as if 180 years of debt is just part of the aesthetic. So what does all of this actually mean? Not that countries will suddenly stop spending. They won't. They can't. Because if they did, everything would collapse almost instantly. And that's the real point. This system isn't designed to repay debt. It's designed to carry it forward, refinance it, expand it, roll it into the future. And when that stops working, there's only one option left: reduce the value of the debt. And the easiest way to do that is inflation, which means the debt doesn't disappear. It gets quietly transferred to you through higher prices, weaker purchasing power, and money that buys less every year. If you want to understand exactly how that works, watch my video on inflation where I break down how this system slowly drains your wealth without you even noticing. Because in the end, countries don't really default. They just make sure your money does.